Hey, it's good to see you. Welcome to this tarot reading. It is for the full moon or for any time that you find it. We'll be doing an 8-card spread today for the moon. Again, it can be timeless. We are going to focus on completion. So, what have you created since the last new moon? Illumination. So, what can no longer be hidden? Release, or what you can let go of. And transformation. What is getting ready to emerge? I have 3 different decks for you to choose from today. The first one is the 7th Sphere Tarot. The second one is Mystic Mondays. And the third one is Golden Thread Tarot. So here is a 7-pointed star. Here is a kind of gem-like shape with an eye. And here are swords, wands, pentacles, and cups. So I invite you to soften your gaze, open your mind, try to feel if any of these 3 decks feels heavy to you, draws you to it, anything of that nature. You may also decide by taking a look at the moon card for each deck. So for the 7th Sphere deck or group 1, here we have the moon. For Mystic Mondays or group 2, here is the moon. For the Golden Thread Tarot or group 3, here is the moon. This is group 1, group 2, and group 3. I will leave timestamps down below, and I will see you for whichever group, whichever reading you choose. Hey, group 1, and welcome to your reading. So here's our 8-card spread. We're going to get started with this completion question up here, which is, what have you created since the last new moon? So we have 3 of Wands, beautiful, 2 of Swords, and the Knight of Cups. It seems like you've done a lot since the last new moon, or maybe just one thing, but it was a big thing. We have the 3 of Wands here, so you've been looking ahead, you've made some important plans. We have the 2 of Swords. I feel like here this is reading as overcoming a bout of indecision you had of some sort, making a decision finally after digging your heels into the ground a bit, feeling resistant to that. You've done it now, and that is a great thing. And then we also have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups wears his heart on his sleeve. He's very emotionally authentic and forward. So perhaps you were dealing with a situation. We don't have so many cups here, just the Knight of Cups, but I want to say that this was something emotional, something relational, perhaps between you and a friend, maybe a partner, but I want to say like you and a friend, you and a family member, maybe a coworker. coworker, but probably, yeah, I want to say a friend or a family member, something that was affecting you emotionally, and you were resistant to making a decision, maybe drawing a boundary because you weren't sure about how to go about it. And because it was tricky because it was emotional. But since the new moon, you actually have taken that step forward, whatever it was. You kind of broke out of this state or stage of self-protection, and you made a plan and you acted on it. It was an emotional decision, something that affected a matter of the heart. And I think you should be proud of yourself for this because it was not easy. You felt like you were at an impasse, but you've stepped beyond that. So moving on to illumination. This is just what has been revealed by this situation and this movement, what can no longer be hidden. So we have the sun, beautiful, bright card, and the Seven of Wands. Okay. The sun to me here is talking about the integration of your conscious and subconscious self. And the Wands is a card of struggle, like fighting, holding your ground and trying to show others that you are right. And you are in fact right, but like really having to exert effort to mark your territory, hold your ground, make your case. This is what light has been poured onto, what is no longer hidden. I believe I'm getting that perhaps you were hiding that this situation was a struggle for you, hiding that from yourself or from others. You didn't want them to know that it was difficult, that you were so rigid with this self-protection stance, like holding two swords over your heart to protect yourself. We're hiding that. And I think also now that the sun has come out, it's clear to you that it's become really clear to you how much this was affecting you, this impasse, like how negatively it was coloring your days, clouds looming over you like a darkness, a lack of light. It's evidence of how much this needed to move, to be solved, to go away. The decision you made here brought a little light back into your life and illuminated to you or to others that it wasn't easy, actually. You were holding on tighter than you thought, or you were tenser than you thought. And if you still think about this moment, because it's so new, right? This decision you put off for so long, you were holding on to for a really long time. And I would just say to you, if it's still on your mind, the way that you can know if you want to bring someone into your life or allow them into your life is just to pay attention to how you feel after you interact with them, after you see them, after you talk to them. No matter if the conversation was mostly positive, even, like that aside, just how do you feel in your body? How do you feel in your heart? Does your mind feel busy, or do you feel at peace? How do you feel? Better or worse after you see them? Better or worse? And I think if you're looking for confirmation that you made the right choice here, that will give you the confirmation you need. It's really simple. Just, do you feel better or worse after you interact with them? Whatever this relationship was that you've had to adjust. Moving on, these cards are for release. What can you let go of? So we have the Queen of Cups and the Magician. I love the stars on this card. Can you see? And there's some here also, actually, on the top. So the Queen of Cups is very emotionally capable and intuitive, and the Magician is also has a certain capability, can manifest, has the tools they need to make real in the world what they want. Because we're talking about what you can let go of here, I think you can release the idea that you need. I'm getting that like you need to process other people's emotions for them, perhaps, or taking on the emotional brunt of things. You can let go of that. Make sure you stay emotionally open, your heart stays open, but you can hold the cup, your understanding of people's emotions, in front of your heart, in front of your chest, like just distance enough, not full arm's length, but just a little bit out in front of you, so that you don't have to take on processing all of this emotion as like the only party, because you're not the only party involved in here. Yeah, and you had to assert yourself to make this decision. It was an effort. Maybe you feel a little drained. So you can let go of that too. Like, you have asserted yourself. You have claimed your agency in this situation. And so it's done now. I feel you can sit back from these roles for a little bit, or sit back from these roles as it pertains to whatever happened here. Yes. And then transformation. So what is getting ready to emerge? We have here the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, I just feel like this is underlining what was here for me, where you've done what you needed to do here. You might feel a little uncomfortable. This decision was difficult, and it's uncomfortable to make a change or to make a call. It can bring discomfort. So I just feel like you might be feeling that you want to adjust this decision, tweak it, or underscore what you decided, like make sure it's understood. But the Knight of Pentacles is telling us it's already understood. There's no need to adjust your decision. It was right. It's done. And here we have the Knight of Pentacles telling us like, this is a kind of progress, this gentle action and this consideration, this careful plan, breaking out of this indecision. But another kind of action is inaction. Inaction can also be progress. You made the decision, and sometimes power comes when you know that it's right, this decision is right. Power comes from just sitting still and letting what has already happened speak for itself. You don't need to be afraid of disappointing someone or having disappointed someone. The Knight of Pentacles is an invitation in this situation to do less, to be confident in what you've already done, to go slowly, to be gentle with yourself, but to do less, to sit on your hands, and it's not even wait so much as let what has already been spoken by your actions resonate in that space, ring through that space. And that's what will solidify it. Okay, I'm going to leave your reading there. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope it resonated with you. If it did, let me know what resonated down below. I love to hear from you. I hope you're doing super, super, super well. I'll talk to you very soon. And until then, good night, good night, good night. Hey, group 2, and welcome to your reading. So, let's get right into it. We are going to start with the completion question, which is up here. We're just wondering, what have you created since the new moon? So, we have the Magician, 8 of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. So I'm getting here a very industrious energy. You've been working hard, working diligently on a project, showing up every day and doing your damnedest. You are very talented at what you do. And there has been, or will be soon, great opportunity for you within this sphere. You've really worked hard, and whatever it is, it's your true talent, and the universe is on your side. It could be creative, it could be a business, anything having to do with the material world, perhaps your home. It could even be gardening, something material, something that you do with your hands. You've been doing a lot of, doing very well, and yeah, truly, you're talented and the universe wants you to keep pursuing it. So this diligence and this kind of foundation you've laid since the new moon is really beautiful, and I feel is preparing a path for you that is absolutely in the right direction. You're currently, and have been since the new moon, a conduit for something new in this world, having to do with development, some kind of innovation, some kind of development or innovation, something that's uniquely you, that only you can bring to the table. And maybe since the new moon, you've doubled down on that a bit, in a way, perhaps in a way that you were scared to do before, for the associated risks. It takes courage to really pursue something. So you've been doing that, and that is laudable for sure. And I think the universe is wanting you to keep it up. Moving on to illumination. We're wondering what can no longer be hidden for you, what has been revealed by this situation. So we have 7 of Cups and the 2 of Swords. I feel like your diligence here has maybe illuminated a tendency of yours to get distracted, to feel overwhelmed by options, or to purposely use distraction as an escape. And we have the 2 of Swords here as well. You can see here these hooked blades. It's an impasse. It's a bit of a tangle, certainly solvable, but to solve it, one side needs to give and submit and release. So something about this has made you feel torn or has made you want to protect yourself. I feel like you've not been giving it your all, perhaps, previous to this. And maybe you thought you were giving it your all, but it's recently become clear to you that you haven't been, and that when you can, or when you do give your all, you're so powerful. And things flow for you. And maybe previously you've seen in these distractions a certain source of inspiration, a font of ideas and inspiration and fun things to choose from. And you've been calling it inspiration, and it can be inspiration, but you've just realized maybe that, or this situation has shown you that maybe the inspiration has in fact been distraction. And you don't need to protect yourself anymore, realizing that you have been protecting yourself, guarding your heart in this pursuit. Moving on to the release cards, we're asking, what can you let go of? So we have Queen of Wands and the Princess of Cups. These are interesting in this position. The Queen of Wands is someone who is magnetic, authentic, charismatic. People are drawn to her like moths to a flame. And she's creative, she's passionate, she's driven, she's warm. And we have the Princess of Cups as well, who has a young energy, an emotional energy, a little bit of like head in the clouds, and is very open to the world and what the world brings to her. Is open to signs from all places, dreams, visions, synchronicities, everything like that. Because this is in the release position, like what can you let go of? I'm just hearing again, like there's no need to protect yourself. Don't hold back. Don't hold back. Stop holding back. Stop holding back and stop. Maybe there's some guilt. Maybe not. Like you feel like this is indulgent or something, privileged, that you're lucky or undeserving. Absolutely not. The world, the Queen of Wands is telling you the world needs your gifts. Whatever you're creating is important, even if it feels indulgent. It is something that someone needs in the world. And you're making it for a reason, even if that's not apparent to you right now. So what you're doing is important. Don't hold back. And you can release too. Just let go of this idea of being judged and getting that you think about things differently from other people. You think of things differently, you understand things differently. You just have a strange mind, maybe, which is your superpower. You're just doing things in a different way, perhaps, and you're afraid of being judged for that or not being taken seriously. You can just let go of that. Like, you're doing what you're meant to do. This is what you're meant to do. Yeah, you've been holding back. Don't hold back. Okay, and then here is the transformation card. So what is getting ready to emerge? We have the Three of Wands. Okay, so foundation has been laid. Here, what's getting ready to emerge, next steps forward, you're making a plan, you're taking action. That's it. Yeah, you're expanding. And with a plan, that expansion is just going to be like so seamless, just seamless growth because you're on the right path. And this is in many ways just the beginning, or if you've been on this path for a while, this is the beginning of something new, some new iteration of it, I want to say. You have one foot in it right now, but you'll have both feet or your whole body in it soon. Yeah, it's in its beginning phases, but the universe is patting you on the back and saying, this is right, your plan is good, this is just the beginning. Be smart about your plan and just like let it rip. You already know how to do it. You already have everything you need, and all you have to do is kind of like be free in yourself and your talents, stay focused, which is what this plan is about, and then just let it rip. Let it rip. And you're just going to blossom. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna leave your reading here for tonight. I hope that it resonated with you. If it did, let me know down below. I hope you're doing super, super, super well. I'll talk to you very soon. And until then, good night, good night, good night. Hey, group 3, it's good to see you. Welcome to your reading. Let's just jump on in. So we're going to start by focusing on the first question, which is about completion, and is right up here. The question is, what have you created since the new moon? We have the 5 of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, and the 3 of Cups. Okay, I feel like alright, this could be a struggle, differing opinions, shifting fate, and, kind of a group, cooperation, community. I think here we have differing opinions. I'm getting that it's differing opinions. Something's happening, and people either have different opinions because they want different outcomes or different ideas of how to get to the same outcome. And you could be the outlier, or you could be in the middle of a group kind of witnessing this plurality, this kind of struggle, kind of fight. The Wheel of Fortune to me is speaking right now about shifting tides and power. So this is a card where the great hand of fate, way bigger than your eye, is keeping things moving, changing things along, doling out fortune and misfortune. The beautiful thing about it is that if you're on the top, one day you'll be on the bottom, and if you're on the bottom, one day you'll be at the top, and it's entirely out of your control. Something about the differing opinions has to do with power, fate, or fortune. This is totally without rules, or it's not a meritocracy, yeah? This is totally without rules, totally random in a lot of ways. And I feel like that is somehow the fuel for these differing opinions, or the situation that people are so eager to weigh in on. And perhaps it has something to do with a group that you feel close to. We have the 3 of Cups here. A group you feel close to, socially, creatively. Some people that you collaborate with. Could be a work group, could be family, could be people in your industry. It's like they're close enough to you that somehow your fates are tied, or you can help each other normally. A kind of rising tides raise all ships sort of mentality, but right now it's not working that way where you're lifting each other up like you could be. The cohesion is not quite like knit right now, because something has befallen someone who didn't deserve it, or something has been awarded to someone who didn't deserve it, and there are a lot of opinions about that. And it could be, again, that you're an outlier, or you're the one the thing has happened to that other people are weighing in on. But I feel like more likely maybe you're in the middle, witnessing it, not quite mediating in an active way, but essentially observing it in a way where your experience of what's happening is a kind of like mediator, impartial observer role, although you also have an opinion. So let's get more information. We'll move on to the question of illumination, which is what can no longer be hidden. We have the Queen of Wands and the Nine of Swords. So just looking at the metallic part, there's like a shape here that's almost hidden. I don't know if you can see it, like a diamond shape. Okay, conflict in a group. You're perhaps the mediator, or you're stuck in the middle. Maybe jealousy is involved. Some people are getting favor from the universe, others feel it's unfair, or you feel it's unfair. The Queen of Wands is saying this situation is showing to you just how much people look to you. This group looks to you in a way that you did not fully grasp beforehand. So you're the mediator in a way, but not by actually peacemaking, instead by being in the middle, kind of taking by walking the walk. You're the mediator in a way by you're the living example of some solution to this problem, or some middle ground that other people are not able to access right now. People are looking to you in a way that you did not fully understand before, which is not a problem. It's already been happening. There's no weight on you, like burden on you for this. You're just surprised. It's surprising how much people are valuing your opinion and your way of being in the world. And also illuminated to you is how much anxiety exists in this group. Maybe the anxiety is your own. It can certainly go both ways, but people are like really hung up on something here. Maybe that you thought wasn't as big of a deal as it is. Or maybe maybe it is a big deal, and people are reacting a little out of sorts, lacking in cohesion, because of how caught up in their thoughts they are about it. They are losing sleep a bit about it. Yeah, they're losing sleep a bit about it. So release. What can you let go of in this kind of tangled situation? We have the King of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords. Yeah, these are brilliant cards. Brilliant cards here for you. The cards are saying, what can you let go of? The King of Pentacles is telling you, stop worrying about other people. What other people think is none of your business. This bickering, this infighting is none of your business. You already know. You already kind of know it's out of your control. But like, you can really rise above it. And the King of Pentacles is inviting you to do that, to know that you are king of your own domain, your own thoughts and actions, and nothing else. What other people think is none of your business. Changing their minds is none of their business, none of your business, sorry. Yeah, it's your actions, your thoughts. Focus on that and let go of the rest. Then we have the Seven of Swords. So you can also let go of gossiping, perhaps, of feeling like you have to play both sides, perhaps. You don't have to peacemake anymore. You don't have to watch what you say. You don't have to play both sides. Just let that all go. Let that go. If you're worried that this is gonna somehow be taxing to the group or difficult for you, like, it won't be, because you also have the Queen of Wands, right? Where you're really, there's something about you that is anchoring to people or magnetic to people, or there's a reason they care what you think, and that's okay that they care what you think. And even as they're caring about that, you can also choose to maybe take a step back and be less involved. I think it's encouraging you to, be a little less involved, at least for the time being. If anything develops further, you're sure to hear about it. So there's no need for you to have your nose in it every day, all day. Like, be a little less involved. You can let go of the involvement and having to know every single detail, and having to peacemake or having to mediate. Okay, transformation. What is getting ready to emerge? Beautiful. We have the Sun. Beautiful card. So this is a card of, of authenticity. It's encouraging you to speak freely and to find ways to feel emotionally freed from this tangle. It doesn't mean you have to totally dip out if your presence is somehow required, but speak freely, speak your mind. That's what's coming into the cards for you. Life is also, it's so much bigger and brighter than whatever is going on up here. So it's also an invitation to remember the good things in life, really tap into that, ground yourself, enjoy the beauty around you. This may not be as big of a deal as it appears to be, this conflict. You can zoom out, look around you, soak up all the beauty, and take the long view. Take the long view. So when you take the long view, for some of you that will show you that this is less serious than it appears to be. Like a fight, but it's play acting. And maybe it's because people are bored. Maybe it's, because they have nothing better to do. If that's it, like, let them get over it. Or whatever it is. Maybe they won't get over it, but you won't care anymore. You'll be free from it. Or when you take the long view, if this does appear to still be serious, then take reassurance in the fact that part of this quarreling is it's like an opportunity. It's like the differing opinions here are going to give rise to the best possible solution. And that's the power of plurality, of differing opinions, of difference. So if that's the case, then you will do your best to share your true thoughts and feelings instead of peacemaking and or instead of downplaying your true thoughts and feelings. You'll transform into this person who is entirely authentic, even more magnetic because of it, and coming at it from a place where you're just saying your piece, not trying to control anyone else, and releasing this kind of messy involvement. Release the mess. Release the mess. Okay, yeah, release the mess. I'm going to leave your reading here. I hope that it resonated for you. If it did, please let me know down below how it resonated with you. I'd love to hear. I hope you're doing super, super, super well. I will talk to you very soon. And until then, good night. Good night.